Hello again, everybody. I'm Scott Casper, and it's time to take an in-depth look at the news and features from USA Wrestling, the national governing body of our sport. This week, we go back to the Central Asian city of Tashkent, Uzbekistan, site of the 2014 World Wrestling Championships. As you know, hosted by United World Wrestling, our sport's international federation, it was a tremendous showcase for the greatest Olympic wrestlers in the world. Last week, we took you through the action in men's freestyle tournament, where a pair of world bronze medalists highlighted the U.S. performance. On the first day, it was heavyweight star Tervel Delegnev. He won 4 of 5 before defeating past world champ Alexei Shermanov of Belarus 2-1 for his second career world bronze. On day 2, superstar Jordan Burroughs was the big story there. Burroughs injured his leg in his opening bout, but battled courageously, winning 4 of his 5 bouts. His only loss came in the semifinals to two-time world champ Denis Sargush of Russia. In the bronze medal round, Burroughs pinned Rustam Dudiev of Ukraine in 2 minutes 48 seconds. Burroughs has now won medals in 4 straight years, including an Olympic gold, 2 world golds, and now a world bronze. Team USA placed 9th overall in the team standings in men's freestyle, led by the performance of our 2 medalists. Good job, guys. Day 3 marked the start of women's freestyle. 4 weight classes were up for grabs that day. Leading the way, 2012 world silver medalist Helen Maroulis at 121. She opened with a dominant first period pin over Jimenez of Nicaragua and kept up the pace in the second with another pin over 2014 junior world champion Betsitseg of Mongolia. Now in the semifinals, Maroulis drew 2012 junior world champ Chihu Hamada of Japan. She jumped out to a 2-0 lead and held it through the second, but Hamada was able to score 6 unanswered points for a 6-2 win. In the bronze medal round, Maroulis opened up her offense. She rolled to a 10-0 tech fall over Poland's Katarzyna Krazik. It was the first medal of the tournament for the American women and the second world medal of Helen's career.
I love wrestling, and I just don't want to have fear when I'm out there competing, especially on this stage. Like, you should enjoy every moment of it. So I was like almost crying before every match because I was so happy.
Just missing out on the medal was Alyssa Lampe at 105. She entered the competition with 2 straight world bronze medals at the weight and was looking for number 3. Lampe opened up with a wild match with Mongolia's Naranga. She jumped out to a 6-0 lead before the Mongolian came storming back with 6 points of her own. With the bout tied, Lampe took her down and used an armbar for the pin. She picked up another pin in the second round, this time in the second period over Korea's Oh. In the quarterfinals, Lampe drew 2013 world champion Era Tasaka of Japan. The bout was competitive early, but Tasaka opened up, winning the match by a 14-4 tech fall. When Tasaka made the finals, Lampe was pulled back into the repechage. It was there she faced and pinned Felice of Italy in 1:15. That put her in the bronze medal round against a tough North Korean in Hyung-gung Kim. Lampe jumped to a 4-2 lead and had another potential takedown, but it wasn't called by the officials. With 10 seconds left, Kim scored a takedown to tie things up 4-4, and the North Korean went on to win by criteria. Here's Alyssa Lampe on her 5th place finish.
All I had to do was, keep her away for like 15 seconds, but, no matter what the score was or what it should have been, that was my match to win, and unfortunately, she got the last 2 right at the end there.
2008 Olympic bronze medalist Randy Miller made a comeback this year after 5 years away from the mats. She made the U.S. World Team at 152 and competed at the World Championships for the first time in her career. Right off the bat, she drew fellow 2008 Olympic bronze medalist Agnieszka Wojciech-Kordes of Poland. It was Wojciech-Kordes who was able to secure a takedown and lock up a cradle, pinning Miller in the first period. Miller was eliminated when her opponent lost in the second round. We talked to Randy.
I don't know, I felt like I had a great warm-up, just came out flat a little bit, maybe nerves got the best of me today. I don't know, got to get back to the drawing board and figure it out and make sure this doesn't happen again if I get another chance to even get to this tournament.
Another first-time senior world team member at 132, Jenna Burkert. She drew a tough Japanese opponent in round 1, losing to Katsuki Sakagami by a 10-0 tech fall. Burkert was eliminated when Sakagami lost in the next match.
I told myself that these girls wanted something from me. I needed to win to get that belt, but when I went out and wrestled, I felt strong, I felt really good, but I would get in on positions and didn't capitalize.
National women's coach Terry Steiner talked about the first day.
We got to be on it and be offensive, and we got to be ready to fight and battle in every situation. And if we're willing to do that, we're going to be in matches to win. So we need medals tomorrow.
4 gold medals were awarded on the first day of women's action, and Japan claimed 2. At 105, winning her second straight world title was Iri Tosaka, who beat Oana Matkowska of Poland 10-2. Taking her first world title was Chihu Hamada at 121. She edged out Irina Olganova of Russia 4-3. Now the champion at 132 pounds was Mongolia's Surinchi Medsuki, who dominated former world champ Yuli Ratkovich of Azerbaijan. The score 12-3. And at 152, Germany's Helene Falken edged out Sarah Dosho of Japan 5-2. Time for a quick timeout. We'll be right back.
ASICS has been there. They've been the lifeblood of the sport. It's been a long time, and they've been at the top of the game every year, forever. And I'll tell you what, now that I think about it, maybe that's where I've gotten my inspiration, because you know, I always want to be in the top of my game in wrestling, and I think that's where ASICS is and wants to be as well.
Hi, I'm Wayne Boyd, Director of Operations and Development for Titan Mercury Wrestling Club. The club was founded to help wrestling worldwide, especially at our senior level, of course at the collegiate level and the high school level. But the most important level for Titan Mercury Wrestling Club is the kids level. And these are some of the guys today that will be tomorrow's Olympic champions. Let's hear it, guys.
Titan Mercury!
That's Titan Mercury Wrestling Club, San Marino, California.
We go to day 4 of the World Championships, and 3 more American women hit the mats. 2012 world champ Adeline Gray was on a mission to win another world crown, and it showed throughout the day. Her first round bout was an instant classic against China's Zhou Quan. Gray got off to a very slow start, trailing 9-2 into the second period, but a takedown and a series of ankle lace turns tied the bout up 9-even. After the Chinese athlete scored a push-out, Gray hit a counter to expose those back and pulled off an amazing 11-10 win. Her next opponent was Yasemin Adar of Turkey, who Gray beat in the bronze bout of the 2013 Worlds. This time, the Turk jumped to a 6-5 lead, but Gray stormed back for a second period pin. We go to round 3. She faced Japan's Hiro Suzuki, who ranked second in the world and has already beaten Gray twice this year. But this time, it would be Adeline who would emerge with a tough 2-1 win. In the semifinals, she took on Estonia's May Epp and controlled the action for a 5-1 win. Her finals opponent was the dangerous Brazilian Aline da Silva. She's known for her throwing capabilities. Competing with patience, Gray scored the only takedown and came through with a 2-1 victory. It was her second career world title and 4th career world medal. She became only the 3rd American woman to have won 2 or more world titles and joins the likes of Tricia Saunders and Christy Davis. Only 4 American women have won 4 medals: Saunders, Davis, and Shannon Williams, and now Adeline Gray.
I'm the best girl in the world today, so that is an amazing feeling, and I had the toughest draw, and I stepped up to the plate and got the job done, and that is just an amazing feeling to have, to know that I'm proud of myself, that I was able to overcome all that.
Team USA just missed out on another medal at 128. It was Allie Reagan wrestling in her second senior world championships. Reagan rallied from a 4-0 deficit, putting lots of points on the board for a 7-6 comeback win over Timbukova of Kyrgyzstan. That was in the opener. In the next round, she drew one of the greatest of all time, 3-time Olympic champ and 8-time world champion Kaori Icho of Japan. It was Icho who emerged with a 10-0 tech fall, and when she reached the finals, Reagan was eligible to wrestle back. She advanced to the bronze medal round with a 10-0 tech fall over Uzbekistan's Sedemtova in the repechage rounds, and then faced Anastasia Huchak of Belarus for the bronze. Reagan fell behind 4-1, but was able to rally, knotting the score at 4-4 when the bout ended. However, Huchak won the criteria by scoring a pair of 2-point moves, dropping Reagan to 5th.
I'll come back and I'll be better than ever, and I think it's just fuel to keep going and keep accomplishing my goals for next year and stuff. So this is definitely just something that's going to boost my motivation and want to work harder.
We go to 116. That's where Whitney Condor held court. She had a strong start, opening with a 6-0 win over Davian of France. It took a dramatic comeback for Condor to get the win in round 2 over the always tough Mongolian Sumia. Trailing 4-2 late in the bout, Condor scored a takedown to tie it 4-4. She won the match on criteria by scoring last. Condor was pinned by past world champion Sofia Mattsson of Sweden in the quarters, but when the Swede made it to the finals, Condor returned for a repechage match of her own. She lost to North Korea's Jong 8-2, putting her 9th in the standings.
We worked hard, we trained hard, so I mean, we just go out there and hope for the best and try to succeed at everything, and we've worked our butts off through the whole summer, so I think we were very well prepared.
Well, after that second day of action, the U.S. had climbed to 3rd in the standings, and we talked with national coach Terry Steiner.
Great day of competition for the American team. We all ended with 1 medal, but I'll tell you what, we put ourselves in a position in matches, and we fought hard and battled hard, and that's really, as a coach, all you can ask for.
All in all, 3 gold medals were awarded on the day, with Gray being joined by 2 future Hall of Famers. At 116, Japan's Sayori Yoshida won her 12th world title to go with 3 Olympic titles she owns, the best of all time. She beat Sofia Mattsson of Sweden 6-0. At 128, Kaori Icho of Japan won her 9th world title to go with her 3 Olympic golds. She dominated with a 10-0 tech fall over Valeria Koblova of Russia. Nice job, girls. All right, stay tuned. There's more. You're watching USA Wrestling Weekly.
Each season, Liberty Mutual's Responsible Sports Community Grant Program awards $65,000 to youth sports organizations and school sports programs that demonstrate their commitment to responsibility in youth sports. Your organization could be one of our 20 winners this season. It's easy. Simply visit responsiblesports.com and click on the Community Grant Program. Administrators register their organization with the program, then reach out to rally parents, coaches, and team supporters to log on and review either the Responsible Sports Parenting or Responsible Coaching Guide. Then complete the quiz and showcase your mastery of the concepts. Every successfully passed quiz is worth a point that you can credit to your favorite youth sports organization or school sports program. Connect with friends, family, and neighbors to rally more support. The teams and schools with the most points at the end of the grant period win. It's that simple. Watch the leaderboard throughout the grant season, then rally more of your supporters to increase your totals. Liberty Mutual is committed to celebrating and championing youth sports and to financially supporting organizations that demonstrate their commitment to responsible sports. Join the movement and start earning points toward your community grant.
Well, Day 5 of the World Championships was special for Team USA, marking the conclusion of the women's freestyle tournament and the beginning of the Greco-Roman action. The final American woman to compete was 2012 world champ Elena Peruskova, doing so at 138. Already a 3-time world medalist, Peruskova faced a daunting task on the way to a 4th medal. Her draw was extremely difficult, opening with the top-ranked Anastasia Grigorjeva of Latvia, who defeated Elena in the 2012 Olympics. In a tense match, Peruskova scored 4 points on a foot sweep just before time expired in the first period and went on to secure a 5-4 victory. Her second opponent was past world champ and Olympic Olympic medalist Batsitseg of Mongolia, an athlete who Elena had lost to 3 straight times. This year, it took a last-second takedown for the American to rally for a win. The quarterfinals featured a familiar opponent and junior world champion Danielle Lepage of Canada. Peruskova was able to defeat her 2-1. Her semifinal opponent was two-time world bronze medalist Monika Mihalik of Poland, and again Elena advanced with a 3-0 shutout. That put Peruskova into the gold medal finals. It was there she faced a red-hot opponent in Ukraine's Yulia Tokic. It was the Ukrainian who got off to a fast start and was able to limit Elena's effectiveness, defeating the American 4-2. In spite of the finals loss, Peruskova won her 4th career world medal, giving the women a big boost on the final day. She became only the 5th American woman to win 4 or more world medals.
A lot of things that we've been working on have been working, so that's a really positive thing, but gonna break this final match down with coaches and figure out, but I mean, there's progress definitely has been made, but it's just, I mean, just didn't come out with the result that we wanted ultimately, you know.
Team USA placed 3rd in the final standings for the 3rd straight year, making their way back to the team podium once again. Here's Coach Terry Steiner.
We came very close to having 5 medals, and we really wrestled with heart. We wrestled with intensity. We opened up. We came and showed what we were about, and that's what we've talked about, is getting out here and performing when it's time to perform.
Now, there were 2 Americans on the mat in Greco-Roman that day, starting with Andy Bisick at 165. In his 3rd appearance at the World Championships, he was able to put together a performance to remember. He opened up with a 5-0 win over Greece's Manolidis, a bout he controlled all the way. His 2nd round opponent was Olympic and world champion Roman Vlasov of Russia, one of the top Greco stars in the world. It was there he fell behind 4-0, but never stopped working, closing the gap to 5-2. Bisick was able to turn Vlasov twice from the mat, making the score 6-4. With just 5 seconds on the clock, Bisick took down Vlasov near the edge of the mat to tie the score 6-6. The tiebreaker went to Bisick, who scored the last points. In the quarterfinals, he faced the battle-tested veteran Neven Zugaj of Croatia, losing a 1-0 decision on passivity. When Zugaj reached the finals, well, Bisick had a new life. He battled tough for a 6-5 win over Suominen of Finland in the repechage, placing him in a bronze medal bout against Japan's Hiroki Shimizu. Bisick brought his best stuff, scoring 2 gut wrenches on the mat and hitting a lift and a throw for a first period 8-0 tech fall. With the win, Bisick won the first Greco-Roman medal for the United States since 2009 and his first career world medal.
Lately hasn't wrestled, as well, and I was just thinking, this is time, what better way? It's going to be me. It's going to be me to knock him off. So.
Competing in his 2nd World Championships, American Jordan Holm dropped a 5-0 first-round decision to Uzbekistan at 187. He was eliminated when Askalov failed to reach the finals.
Sometimes you have a bad day, sometimes you have a good day, and it's a lot of hard work. When I really start to think about this whole season, all the work and the effort I put into trying to get back here to win a medal for the U.S., and I'm still believing that I'm going to do that.
National Greco-Roman coach Matt Lindland talked about Andy's great performance on the day and the start of the tournament for Team USA.
The absolute key is to stay relaxed. I mean, we don't have to win medals. The win medals will happen if we move our feet, create angles, get to our positions. If we do those things, the wins and losses will take care of themselves.
Armenian Arsen Juflikayan won his first world title at 165 with a 4-2 win over always tough Croatian Zugaj. Earning his first world gold was France's Milana Numanvi, who edged out Tomasevi of Azerbaijan 3-0. We'll be back. There's more. You're watching USA Wrestling Weekly. Stay tuned.
There comes a point in your life that determines who you are, whether you will lead or follow, whether you will fight or give in, whether you will win or lose, and what you will count as your victory.
Well, the second day of Greco-Roman at the Worlds was more challenging for Team USA as 3 team members fell short of the medal rounds. Competing in his second Worlds, heavyweight Robbie Smith, he finished strong 5th at the event last year. This year, he opened up against Korea's Hwang with a lethal front headlock technique that led to an 8-2 win. In the second round, Bulgaria's big young star Dimitrov came out with power and turned Smith a number of times on his way to a 9-0 victory. When Dimitrov failed to reach the final, Smith was eliminated.
Got to move on, looking towards next year now, and I mean, that's what it is, you know. And I just go home and look at video, watch everything, and figure it out and fix what I need to fix and just keep rolling.
U.S. Marine Bryce Sidoris was wrestling in his first World Championships and got off to a great start at 145, scoring an impressive first-period pin over Amir Khanzad of Tajikistan and then battled 2012 Olympian Ravaz Lashki of Georgia. Neither athlete could score an offensive point, but Sidoris was hit with a passivity call, giving the match to Lashki 1-0. When Lashki fell short of the finals, Sidoris was eliminated.
I wasn't able to come up with some points, but great learning experience. Was super honored to be here. Had a phenomenal time. Loved the training, good training camp.
Another first-time World Team member, Joe Rau at 176, got his offense going early in the first round against Bossert of Switzerland. Leading 5-2, Rau got caught in a throw by Bossert and was pinned. When Bossert failed to make the finals, Rau was out.
And all these things happen, lesson learned. And yeah, it was crushing and really disappointing. And I felt like I should have had that win, kept wrestling this tournament. But stuff happens, and I'm still got a lot of years ahead of me.
National coach Matt Lindland talked about the second day of Greco.
Everybody did, made a couple mistakes, and you can't make any here at the world level. You gotta be on your game day of the tournament.
Cuba's superstar heavyweight Mijan Lopez won his 5th world title to go with 2 Olympic golds, beating past world champ Kalyup of Turkey. The score 2-0. Other individual champs were Serbia's Davor Stefanek at 145 and Hungary's Peter Baxi at 176. Well, the final day of Greco action featured 3 more weights. An American lightweight, Spencer Mango, well, he was ready. He'd been on every U.S. World and Olympic team since 2008 and had his best performance last year, finishing 5th. Mango opened with a tough 2-2 criteria victory over Turkey's Yukunku in the first round and then scored on a pair of front headlocks to turn and defeat 2012 Olympic bronze medalist Modos of Hungary 4-0 in round 2. Mango hit a big 5-point throw and went on to a 10-0 tech fall over Japan's Kuramoto in the 3rd round. In the semifinals, he was unable to get his offense going, losing to Semenov of Russia 9-1. His bronze medal opponent was Stig-Andre Berg of Norway, a tough veteran, also seeking his first medal. Neither could get a takedown, and the only point went to Berg on a passivity call, giving him a 1-0 win over Mango. Mango would go on to finish 5th in the tournament for the 2nd straight year.
Going home again with no medal, so that's rough. But I do feel a little undersized. Something I have to work on when I get back, along with just my fight and different techniques.
2-time world bronze medalist Justin Lester started nice at 156. An effective front headlock turn gave Lester a 5-0 win over his opponent from Georgia in round 1. Lester then dropped a wild 9-7 decision to Azerbaijan's ranked athlete Chanayev. Lester fell behind 9-2 before a furious late rally that fell just short. Lester was eliminated when Chanayev lost his next bout.
I just gave up too many points to a really good guy, and when you're on this level, you can't give up points like that. And I realize my fault in my match now.
2-time World Team member Kaylor Williams dropped a 3-0 decision to Norway's Nielsen at 216 and was eliminated when Nielsen lost his next match.
I was looking for my openings. I was moving well. It was a tough fight. I couldn't get what I was looking for, and now I'm learning from the experience, taking notes, and all I focus on now is what I'm going to do next.
Well, the U.S. finished 12th in the team standings with 14 points. We talked again to Coach Matt Lindland about his team's performance and his first world meet at the helm of the program.
We're going to build a program that athletes aspire to be a part of, something that they want to be a part of in the international world. And the world's tough. I mean, these guys are great. We just got to score points and we can beat them.
Iran superstar Hamid Saryan won his 6th world title to go with an Olympic title, winning at 130 pounds with a 2-1 win over Semenov of Russia. His win helped Iran win the team title. Other champs on the last day, Labazanov of Russia at 156 and Alexeyan of Armenia at 216. Congrats to everybody who competed at this year's World Championships. Anybody know what time it is? That's right, it's time for the USA Wrestling Photo of the Week. These pictures are coming from wrestling families and fans from around the country and are being considered for the photo contest page in our USA Wrestler magazine and our USA Wrestling Facebook page. This week's picture was taken by the great Larry Slater, one of the many talented American photographers that took the trip to Tashkent. The picture shows world champ Adeline Gray on the medal stand during her gold medal ceremony. Hey fans, you can have your photographs considered for our contest simply by emailing them to Gary Abbott at gabbott@usawrestling.org. One more time, that's going to do it for this week's show. From all of us at USA Wrestling, I'm Scott Casper, and thanks for watching.